guys, welcome to my channel where I share how I live a happy, healthy, independent life as a quadriplegic. My name is Olivia. So today what I'd like to do is show you one of my under 10 minutes, no weights shoulder workout that I like to do to keep my shoulders nice and strong. And with a lot of these workouts, I've taken the inspiration from Meredith Shirk, who also has a YouTube channel, and then just kind of like accommodated those workouts so it works for my abilities. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'll take you through all the exercise, and we'll try to go with the best of my ability to account for like the limitations that everybody has. So if something doesn't work for you, you're always welcome to comment below and let me know that if you're not able to do something, and I can see if I can accommodate it a different way. And then once I've showed you how to do all the exercises, then we'll go together and do the exercises together, where I'll put in about a 30 seconds timer to do the exercises together. Okay, so let's get started. So before we start, just for context, I'm a C5-6 quadriplegic. That said, present more like a C7, so my triceps are quite weak and my wrist flexion is quite weak as well, but these are things that kind of came back slowly but surely, and I do a lot of exercises to keep those muscles as strong as they can be. So the first exercise that I'm going to do is called butterfly. So it's you basically bring your hands together, and the idea is to like lift the elbows as high as you can, and this targets kind of like your deltoid kind of muscle, so this muscle that's over here. So you basically bring your hands together, and then you bring your elbows up, and you try to lift your elbows as high as you can while keeping your hands together around your chest. And you'll do kind of exercises like that, thinking about like dropping the shoulders down as well, and then just bringing your elbows up. And kind of sitting straight, try not to lean like one way or the other, or leaning back. So this is going to be like the first exercise that you're going to do. Then the second exercise, so I usually bring my hands up here and then bring them down. So it's like turning the palms facing out and then bringing your hands together down here and facing out. If you do not have triceps and your hands end up falling that way, the same idea would be bringing the elbows to the midline and then bringing them up. Bringing them to the midline, bringing them up, and trying to keep, again, like your arms, as rather than having them forward, as far back as you can. So either doing this or doing this. So the next exercise is called takeoff. So you're going to bring your hands up like an airplane. So thinking about dropping the shoulders, so rather than shrugging the shoulders up, dropping the shoulders down. And then you're going to bring the palm of the hand facing backwards. So that the back of the hand facing backwards. So kind of like an airplane kind of taking off. So if you're unable to shift the palm backwards, the other way you can do this is bringing the shoulders down. So thinking about dropping the shoulders down and then bringing the elbows up that way. So kind of like on a little bit of an angle. So if you take a look at this from the side, you kind of, it's like reversing cactusing the arms and bringing the elbows that way, and then you're bringing the elbows up. Also thinking about like dropping the shoulders away from the ear, and then you should be feeling that the burn like in the back of your shoulders, so like posterior deltoid kind of area. Then the next one that I'm going to do is ins and outs. So you're going to bring your arms up and cactus them, and then the idea is to bring the arm as forward as you can. If you can touch your elbows, great. If not, for me, I like if I put my arms too much in the front, the way I'm sitting, like it'll make me fall forward. But it's like technically bringing your arms as close as possible in the front and then bringing them back. And when I'm bringing them back, the idea is to squeeze the shoulder blades together. So if I show you this, so the arms are forward and then the arms back. like trying to like bring the elbows as back as possible, squeezing the shoulder blades if you can together. And this is like a muscle that's pretty important to target, just because we're always in this kind of like forward pushing position in the way that we're doing our chair, in the way that we're doing everything. So it's so important to strengthen the muscles that are like in between your shoulder blades or in the back. So yeah, we're going to be cactusing the arm here, bringing the arms forward, bringing them back, arms forward, bringing them back. And if you do have core doing all those exercises, like try to keep your core nice and strong. For me, I don't have that, so I'll flop kind of back and forth because of that. But if your core is there, like strength, like tightening the core and using your core is also a great way to kind of exercise and get other kind of strength going on somewhere else. So the next one, when you here, you're gonna bring the arms together again, and then coming back here, bringing the arms up, which is going to be like a monkey palm. And if you're not able to, if you don't have triceps and you're not able to bring your arms up that way, you can do it so like you end up flexing your hands onto your shoulder, bringing the elbows to the front, bringing the arms back, and the shoulders up. So elbows to the front, elbows to the front, arms back, shoulders up. Basically targeting those same shoulder muscles. Okay, so those are all the exercises. So now let's do the exercises together.
So the first exercise being butterfly. So bringing your hands like a prayer and then shifting the elbows up towards the sky and pumping them up as high as you can. Thinking about taking the shoulders down away from your ears. And then pumping and holding, pumping and holding, pumping and holding, pumping and holding, and then kind of batting your wings. So keeping the elbows up and trying to bring them back and forth, up and down, making sure that you breathe through the whole process. And then keeping the elbows up, and you can drop them down and shake it out. And now going into the next exercise called unicorn taps, where you're facing your palms outwards and trying to touch the back of the hands. And if you're unable to bring your arms above your head because you don't have triceps, you can do what I'm doing in the little window where you're bringing the elbows down and trying to bring the elbows together above your head. Also, if you're unable to rotate the palms outwards, you can face the palm forwards and do the same exercise where you're just touching the hands above your head. And making sure that you breathe through this and bringing the arms up and down, up and down, up and down, and then shaking it out in the end. Going on to the next exercise. So the next exercise is called takeoff. So bringing the arms out like an airplane and then shifting the palm of the hand so it faces backwards. And if you're unable to do that shoulder rotation, you can do what I'm doing in the window where you kind of reverse cactus the arm and then bring the elbows back and up. And you should be feeling that burn in the posterior shoulder. So it's just in the shoulder behind, that's facing behind you. And making sure that you breathe through it. You should be feeling the burn in the shoulder at this point. And then bringing the arms down and shaking it out. So now going into ins and outs. So bringing the arms up like a cactus and bringing the arms together in the front, trying to touch the elbows, and then bringing the arms backwards, trying to squeeze the shoulder blades together if that's available for you. And if you're unable to bring your arms up, you can always do it with having your hands on your shoulder, like it's in the window, and then bringing the elbows to the front, touching the elbows to the front, and then bringing them back and squeezing the shoulder blades together. And making sure that you breathe through this, doing your ins and outs. And then once that is done, we are going to go straight into monkey palms. So again, bringing the arms together forward, trying to touch the elbows, and then bringing the hands up towards the sky. And again, if you're unable to do this, you can do it so you bringing the elbows forward, touching the elbows, and then doing the exercises that we were doing with unicorn touch. Bring the elbows up towards the sky. and doing some kind of like monkey pumps, I guess. Making sure that you breathe through it. And final one, and shake it out.
And there you go. This is my less than 10-minute shoulder workout that I like to do. So if you found any of those exercises difficult to do, please let me know in the comment and I'll try to accommodate to what your limitations are. And also, if you think anybody would benefit from something like this, please share it with them. And thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.